Welcome to Bali, one of the 17,000 islands that make up the country of Indonesia, the world's largest island country. The question we get asked the most is, where should I stay in Bali? While choosing where to stay does depend on the type of holiday you want and whether you're going for 1 week or 1 month, this video will give you a better idea of which areas best suit you and your itinerary. Although it isn't a particularly large island, most of Bali's temples and other tourist attractions are quite far away from each other. So if you don't want to waste a lot of time and money on transportation, you need to choose where to stay carefully. First of all, you'll land at Ngurah International Airport, which is located in Kuta. So it makes sense that we start the video off with Kuta. Okay. This is not somewhere we would personally stay, but it seems most travel agencies make their customers stay here, and it's popular amongst a lot of tourists wanting an affordable beach stay. This area is good for budget hotels, pubs, grub, rowdy nightlife, and huge nightclubs. There are no eat, pray, love vibes here, but one perk about Kuta is that it's close to the airport and has access to decent waves if you'd like to try your hand at some surfing. There are a ton of hostels in Kuta, making it a good choice for the younger backpacker type, and it's definitely a great place if you find yourself traveling with a bunch of mates looking for a good time. But if you're traveling solo, with your family, or wanting a cultural experience, then we'd recommend somewhere else. Kuta is good for young party animals, bachelors, and budget backpackers. A couple of beaches north of Kuta is Seminyak. The vibe here is quite different to Kuta in that it has more of a sophisticated feel. There are more premium nightclubs, bars, boutique shops, and beach clubs to hang out at. And if you're not that into the cultural side of things and would prefer a holiday filled with beach days, drinking at day clubs, spa treatments, and shopping, then Seminyak is for you. Seminyak is quite touristy, but you'll still be able to find affordable accommodation. There are a ton of great Bali-style villas, some hostels, and a variety of hotels from 2 to 5 stars. The shopping is amazing, there are some incredible restaurants here, and the beaches are decent with some good vibes. There are also some really nice all-inclusive resorts here as well. If you're looking for a good base in Bali from which to explore the island, then Seminyak is quite good. You can get to most attractions on the island within an hour's drive, and you can get to the airport, Uluwatu, and Canggu all within 30 minutes. 2 to 5 nights here should be good. Seminyak is good for tourists, families, shopaholics, and beginner surfers. Every person coming to Bali for the first time has to come to Ubud. This is a definite. Ubud is located here inland and not near to the beach, but that is what makes it so special. It's in a central location from which you can go and see and do so much. It's at a higher elevation in a mountainous area littered with rice terraces, rainforests, temples, and is the cultural and artistic center of Bali. The food in Ubud is the best, and yoga and meditation is part of life here. There are tons of accommodation options, from huge resorts to boutique hotels to hostels. If you consider yourself an adventure lover like us, then Ubud is definitely for you. We recommend staying in Ubud for an absolute minimum of 3 nights. We'd say 7 to 9 nights is probably better because it's in such a great location. Ubud is good for cultural lovers, adventure lovers, long-stay nomads, families, yoga lovers, and foodies. Basically everyone. If you're looking for a beach holiday with a mix of culture, then Uluwatu is ideal. There are still some cultural activities to do in the area, such as visit the Uluwatu temple, where you can watch the famous Kecak dance, or visit the GWK Cultural Park. In terms of accommodation, there are lots of hostels, boutique hotels, and a host of cliffside resorts with incredible sunset views. If you're in Bali for around a week, we'd suggest splitting your time evenly between Ubud and Uluwatu. Otherwise, 3 to 7 nights should suffice. Uluwatu is good for a taste of culture, surfing, beach lovers, and long-stay nomads looking for a more relaxed vibe. Also, one of our personal favorite areas, purely because of the convenience it offers digital nomads, is Canggu. This is probably the busiest part of the whole island. It's such a popular area, but mainly for those staying in Bali for an extended period of time. We wouldn't really recommend it for tourists. But if you are a tourist and want to get a taste of what it's like in arguably the biggest digital nomad hub in the world right now, then we'd suggest staying here for 1 or 2 nights. Here you'll find beautiful villas, endless amazing cafes, co-working spaces, awesome restaurants, and a cool nightlife. You'll probably want to move to Bali after spending some time here, honestly. Our favorite areas in and around Canggu include Korobakan, Umalas, Barawa, and Pereranan. These areas are less busy but still have great restaurants and cafes and are only 10 to 15 minutes drive to the main strip in Canggu. We suggest staying 1 or 2 nights for a tourist or up to 6 months if you're a nomad. Canggu is good for digital nomads, expats, influencers, and surfers. Okay, this is known as the exclusive resort part of the island, Nusa Dua. Nusa Dua is located close to Uluwatu down here in the south. It's popular amongst families and couples wanting to get away from the riffraff and stay in the most luxurious hotels set on beautiful white sand beaches. There are also a lot of water sport activities here. We've personally never stayed in Nusa Dua, but we heard great things about the area and loved our day trips there. 3 to 4 nights of being a luxurious beach bum should suffice. Nusa Dua is good for luxury travelers, honeymooners, and travelers wanting pure rest. This is a place we briefly visited in the middle of the pandemic, but we still saw great potential in it, Amed. It's got a quaint fishing village feel, but still has a decent set of amenities. There are many places to stay, cafes to work out of, and restaurants to eat at. Many of them with ocean views too. Amed is basically one strip along an ocean road that is littered with diving schools. The beach here is stunning with black sand and incredible views of Mount Agung. There's amazing coral reefs to explore either by snorkeling or diving. The sun rises on this side of the island, so if you enjoy waking up early to catch the sunrise, then this is the place, compared to Canggu, which has sunset vibes. It is also conveniently located a short fast boat ride away from the Gili Islands, which offer even more incredible diving opportunities. There are even a few rice terraces and multiple temples to explore, all within 45 minutes of Amed. We think this makes a great place to visit and could even be a worthy alternative to Canggu. Amed is great for chilled nomad vibes, divers, snorkelers, backpackers, and those wanting to explore and take in the culture of the island. Okay, so we've covered the basic popular areas that you should base yourself in, but there's still so much more of the island you need to see. We suggest using Ubud, Seminyak, and Uluwatu as bases to do day trips from. Ubud is probably the best since a large portion of the things to do are located in the central and northern parts of the island. Hence why we say spend quite a considerable amount of time in Ubud. If you're looking for the top things to do on the island, then watch the video linked above. Other places we recommend are Sidaman, Munduk, Birugu, or take ferries to the neighboring islands of Nusa Penida, Nusa Lembongan, and the Gili Islands. If you're looking for specific accommodation options, head to our website www.rettenclear.com, click on store and purchase our Bali Resources Guide. We share over 20 accommodations we or our close friends have stayed in, as well as so much more you'll need while planning your Bali trip. We hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please consider leaving it a like. It really helps with the algorithm. See you in the next one. Goodbye!